How can we optimize our maze layout to completely eradicate our opponents in Dragon Nest TD? We're going to be tracking 3 things today to pretty much answer that question. First things first is the downtime in our maze. What that entails is essentially the longer units track or path through our maze, the more damage we could deal. The way we're going to be tracking that is with this little cute wisp. So what I mean by that is every single second this wisp paths through my maze, it loses 1 HP. 1 second, 1 HP. This is pretty much the best indicator for me to tell how much time the creeps will take from the beginning of my maze to the end of my maze. The longer the downtime, the more damage I can deal with my towers, the smaller the PP. What? Afterwards, we're going to be tracking the damage. So you guys might think the longer the maze is, the more damage you can deal, but that's not necessarily true because a maze can be very long, but does not offer a very big area of effect where the damage can actually occur. So for example, if the towers cannot hit within the whole downtime of the maze, well, the maze is pretty much useless. So that's why it's very important for you to find that fair balance between long downtime and actual damage area where the towers can actually hit. So there's no point of actually having a very long maze if the towers can't even hit within it. So that's the point. And last but not least is the freaking income. Those 2 first requirements allow you to income as much as possible. To freaking greed, baby! So as much gold as you get means more upgrades in PvP, means it makes it more difficult for your opponents. If you make it more difficult for your opponents are going to be forced to upgrade, build towers and really focus on their maze instead of actually upgrading it against you. So that's why it's super important to respect the first 2 ones in order to have the 3rd one. And for the purpose of this video, we're going to be picking out 3 bases: base A, base B, and base C. All of these bases respect the 3 requirements, so they are very good. Downtime wise, they have a very good downtime to damage ratio, and finally they have very good income potential because they respect obviously the first 2 requirements. So the truth is this map hasn't been updated in ages, so we're kind of limited with the options. But from the bases that I picked, A, B, and C have different downtimes. So I've did some little bit of testing off camera in my lab. Base A has exactly 41 seconds of downtime. Base B has 36 seconds of downtime, and base C has 32 seconds of downtime. So the obvious and clear winner is base A, which is a base that I've been pretty much utilizing on stream in the past videos. So we're going to be trying to pick this one no matter what. If you guys want me to try base C and base B in the future or different bases on the map, let me know that in the comments. Enough of this boring information, let's jump straight into the gameplay, guys. We're starting off on round 13. For the simple fact that you guys saw it from the kind of introduction that how to pretty much build the maze, which I kind of like foreshadowed a little bit as I was kind of introducing the gameplay itself. So we're playing currently PvP versus a bunch of fun. Oh, you might be in trouble here because I didn't block off this area. Great start to the video. I hope we're going to be good because of the lightning shield. Lightning tower, sorry. So hopefully we're gonna be fine. If not, I mean, it is what it is. We take the damage, we take the L's, it's fine. We're gonna go over the basics of this game by starting off with a little bit of, hard times. As long as I don't die here, I'll be fine. I'm gonna take a little bit of damage. It's part of the game. A little bit of damage almost was my freaking egg. Oh my god, what a great start to the game. Even pros can make mistakes, guys. Even pros make mistakes. That's the truth. That's the truth about, ask any pro. Ask Michael Jordan. Ask, top performers, top 1% performers. You'll get the same answer. You know what I mean? Mistakes happen. It is what it is. So anyways, guys, we're starting off with, like I said, round 13. So next up is round or fortified. So let's definitely get a little bit of fortified damage or siege damage to counter that wave. So we are pretty much picking base A for the single fact that it does offer me the best downtime in my maze. It's pretty effective. We've seen it time and time again. It's just, it doesn't disappoint, guys. It literally doesn't disappoint. Why change if it ain't broke? Right? Right. So at the moment, we're kind of like food supply blocked. As you've noticed from a few tests, we did try out multiple bases. So one of them was over here. So what's really cool about this game that I'm playing at the moment is that some of these players are actually playing the bases that I did say are clear contenders. So we have Wolfbite playing the base C, and we have little Mr. Python playing base B. So I'm interested in the way he kind of like approached this, building a lot of freaking different towers. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work out for our friend here. I don't know. To be honest, I really don't know if his strategy is any good. But we're gonna know shortly, for sure. We're gonna know shortly. That's the kind of cool part about it. So we did finish or clear or kind of construct the first section of our mage, which we're forcing our kind of creeps to go all around the base, which is very important. Next up would be kind of clearing this second portion of the maze. But yeah, they're still getting pretty close to the end, which is kind of like scary, to say the least. We do want to make sure that we're actually using some of our what's it called? Or are we gonna lose a lot of health again? I hope we aren't. I did hotkey my towers, which is another cool thing you can do, just to make sure that you focus fire the right targets instead of like having, you know, your towers hitting random units on the outskirts of your base. So yeah, I mean, don't forget. Okay, so someone did upgrade, it seems. So I'm probably gonna do the same just to make it a little bit more difficult for my opponents. I definitely do want to upgrade the wolf color, so it's light. So we probably want to get some pierce, but the thing is, like, probably the best option is just getting wolf color. Is just such a consistent tower, right? Next up is obviously getting a few guard towers so we can keep amazing to the best of our ability. Something like this is perfect. Still getting our maze ready and secured for the upcoming round. The thing is, we're capped on food, which is kind of the problem at the moment. But we should be fine. We should be fine, hopefully. As much pierce, so we're going to be getting a lot of pierce damage from these guard towers, which is very important. Next up, we probably want to go for evasion, devotion, life generation, or damage reduction, which is actually... Oh, dude, people are aggressive, man. People are very aggressive. This gives you income, so might as well get it, right? I'm the greediest one at the moment, but you probably want to be getting these ones just to make it a little bit more difficult for your opponents. So yeah, the health on my egg is very low, so I cannot afford to make too many mistakes, to be honest. So I hope I do not leak here, because I'm going to be pretty tilted if I do. Yeah, it's pretty close. As you're noticing, at the moment, the amount of like debuffs or that I have on myself are quite a bit. There's 3, right? So I have damage reduction on my towers and 2 times evasion, right? Which is problematic, to say the least, right? So what I'm going to do is do evasion, right? I'm going to do evasion, add a little bit of evasion on all of these, on all of my opponents, right? The more evasion there are on these, against my opponents, right? The more difficult it becomes. So, and also it gives me a freaking income, so might as well just go for it, right? So now the most important thing is just to finish up my maze, right? I do want to make sure that the maze is as long as possible. That will allow me to just, you know, be very, very secure, right? Because the damage of my towers is going to be accentuated, right? Enhanced just because the downtime of my maze is longer, right? So we've seen it from the kind of initial analysis is that this base has quite a bit of downtime, right? It goes up to 41 seconds, right? So this is the, oh, I forgot, this is the PvP, not the PvP, but the bonus round. So this is a good indication to tell how much damage we have within our maze. So since we did increase our downtime here, hopefully this is going to be enough. Hopefully this is going to be enough. We'll see. Let's go for a little bit one more peon, I think. But if we get more damage, I think we actually get ourselves an extra egg power up, which is going to be phenomenal. By the way, I didn't talk even about my egg, which is very like a big mistake on my part. Essentially, this is the resource egg. So every time I'm building a tower or whatever around this maze, I'm gaining extra resources. So I'm getting extra 3 lumber or 3 gold and 7 lumber, which is really good. Oh wow, am I the first one? No way. Oh my god, I beat this guy by 200 damage. Literally 200 damage. Wait a minute. So you're telling me this guy, like Mr. Epic on the bottom left, let's call it base D, okay? There's a new base in town apparently, right? So this guy literally has invested 836 gold of value into his tower, right? Into his maze. And he has literally almost the same amount of damage as me. So this is where the problem arises, right? The value of his towers, I feel like his value itself is more invested into an actual tower, so damage towers, compared to mine where, you know, his has a wide variety of assortments of like random towers that actually do damage, right? For me, it's mostly amazing towers, right? Which enables me to have more downtime but less damage, right? So this is where the problem arises, right? When I'm comparing these type of mazes, right? It's difficult if not all variables are constant, right? In the case, you know, we have the same types of towers. So in this case, I pretty much like picked a random, what's it called? A random sample, right? So statistically, this is just a random sample, so it does not reflect accurately, you know, the whole sample size. So I should have probably done a little bit more testing off camera to really see how much these mazes do damage-wise. But when you think about it, it's all about investing your gold kind of effectively, right? So in this case, I'm investing a little bit more into greed, right? So I have a little bit more greed with yellow, and what's it called? Wolfbite, I think, has a little bit less greed, but more value. And so does like B and C have the same kind of like formula, right? So that's the thing we have to like consider whenever we're kind of playing these games. So sorry for like barging in the video like that, but just something to think about for whenever we're doing these kind of tests. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think about this kind of analysis. Maybe you guys have some input that might be valuable. Let me know down in the comments, guys. Comment that down below. I could technically. I think it wouldn't be so bad of an idea. Let's get this and probably go for one more peon. Go for one more peon and probably wait for Pit Lord. I feel like that would be probably the best option. Look at this. Everyone went for so many freaking upgrades. This guy is literally stacked. So how many players are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there could be at most 5 Illidan's here, right? Which would obviously provide evasion to their creeps that come through your lane. So since there's only 5, there's going to be only a certain amount of evasion. How much does it provide? It didn't say. I should have probably read it before I upgraded it, but it's fine. So life regeneration strengthens the creep sent to opponents by giving them every creep a health portion with 70 more. Okay, it also gives flat HP. And there's, oh wait, it's a potion that gives extra HP to creeps whenever they're below 50. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. And Python has been defeated, which was utilizing the base number, base B. So that's out the question. Good thing I didn't pick that thing, right? So we're pretty settled at the moment. We're pretty settled. Don't forget, guys, we're getting, every time I'm upgrading stuff, I'm also getting a little bit of gold and lumber back, which is very important because that's essentially what it entails. It just makes all my upgrades a little bit less costly. Yeah, this guy had so many Illidan's, right? Illidan's is a lot of misses. Every miss, don't forget, is a lot of damage reduction, right? So that's why Illidan's is pretty good. It's very costly, but yeah, it's worth it, 100%. So yeah, I didn't include this space in the kind of like introduction because I didn't think it was too good. Like, you could see this guy having a decent base. I'm just wondering how much downtime. We could check with this blocker at the moment. I don't think it's too long, to be honest. Probably not the best option. We'll check it out. I want to see how much time Wolfblade has and this guy. But let's be honest. From the beginning of this maze, touching the, let's say over here and the end, it's not going to be long. What is this? Yeah, 35. So that's 25 seconds. That's actually not really good, to be honest. Probably best option, obviously, is this. Look at this. Yeah. Obviously, 35 seconds. It's already 10 seconds extra, which is super good. So what are we having here? Light armor. So I could probably go for Strength Tower. Best option, in my opinion. You can even go for more of these guard towers, to be honest. I can afford it. I go for one extra peon, and that's pretty much it. We have quite a bit of, you know, pierce damage, so I don't think I'm too much in trouble. So let's go for life regeneration, which is going to max out all of our upgrades, our PvP upgrades, right? So we cannot make it even more difficult for our opponents. That's pretty much maxed out until we reach round 20, which is going to give us Unholy Aura, which is very freaking powerful. So yeah, at the moment, our base layout is settled. We're getting some upgrades, which is very important. Strength Tower is very good, by the way. For the people that don't know, every time this tower attacks, it gains extra damage, right? So I think it levels up and it goes up to 400 at some point. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good, but obviously resets at the end of each round. So, or else that would be way too overpowered, like infinite scaling tower. So we're getting medium. I'd probably get Wolf Collar, to be honest, but ooh, 800 lumber. Damn, it's gonna take a bit until we reach that point. So I feel like at this point, just get a few upgrades for now. And I think We can even get, I feel like a lightning tower is going to be pretty good. Not versus this round in particular, but for the next one, I think. Yes, heavy. To have it ready, at least, right? So you could go for Amethyst Tower. As you see, I am pretty much building in this kind of formation because the aura is kind of small. So I do want to make sure that all the towers are adjacent to the kind of the Amethyst Tower. So let's see how we do this versus this wave. I mean, I'm going to hope that the wolf color kind of like carries me, to be honest. Can go for a little bit more range, a little bit more food. I think I have enough food, to be honest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have enough food. What I'd be pretty much missing is just like more Unholy, I think, is probably our next bet. Obviously, Mana Shield in case, but I'm going to play it greedy, not go for utility as of yet. I'll just go for full-on offense, right? So, as you're noticing, this guy seems to have very good power in his maze, right? Quite a bit of towers, very good placements, immolation. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. This guy seems to be utilizing his maze quite effectively. Oh, wait a second. Mr. Wolfbite is actually taking a little bit of damage, but I like his maze. It's not optimal because the way you could have done it is probably built on the right and have like the units kind of loop around multiple times. But since he built it in the center, it's kind of awkward. Ooh. Okay, we're already fighting. So this is a mini game. We've played it a few times before. I'm going to take a lot of damage. One more hit and I'm pretty much down, which kind of sucks, but we'll see how it goes. Ooh, this guy almost took it. Dude, I'm almost dead. No. Let's see if I can angle Wolfbite. He pretty much aimed. I was trying to explain stuff for you guys, and I'm almost freaking dead. But this guy's. Oh my god, no way. Can I actually kill this guy too? Wait, how did that not hit him? If we win this PvP, by the way, we get bonuses, which is very important. I don't know. I'm literally one hit, so I'm dead. Oh wait, how did he dodge that? Excuse me. Yeah, that's bullshit. He won 100 gold or 400 lumber. It's fine. I won the first mini game, but yeah, I took too many hits at the beginning. It's all good. It happens to the best of us. Whatever. So I guess we could wait for Unholy, to be honest. I see that Naga stole my bike. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know. Probably go for a little bit more peons. I'm going for a lot of greed. I don't know how many is enough, to be honest. I feel like I'm already greeding a lot. If I'm going to be completely honest, is there a Death Knight in here? No one has picked Death Knight yet, so I feel like people are most likely saving, so I probably should do the same, to be honest. I want to make sure that I'm not being, ignorant or of the fact of, the power boost or the kind of like power boost of Unholy, like regeneration per second of all of these units can be very good, especially if Wolfbite and Epic gets it at the same time. That could be very bad for me. So I do want to make sure that I'm rushing it. To make sure that obviously I'm not weak, right? Or at least I pressure these guys a lot, so they're forced to upgrade, right? So if I get it first, maybe that's gonna force them to upgrade. And I'm gonna be able to kind of like cruise through the next waves, right? So let's kind of wait for this one. When it comes to upgrade, I did get Wolfcar maxed out, which is super good. Every time it hits, it spawns this kind of like Spirit Wolf, and it does damage, so it's super freaking good. Next up is Fortified. We could probably go for an extra peon and go for Mr. Shadow Elemental. Let's go for 2 greed, to be honest. I'm gonna go for 2 greed. At some point I think it's not as effective to get because the thing is we're approaching end of the game, so investing into some peons has a diminishing return the more the game progresses, so you kind of want to make sure that you're not getting too many, right? Because at some point you cannot get any more upgrades, so that's the problem. So these peons become useless. So I feel like this amount, is most likely fine. How many do I have? 6 times 2, 12. I think I have 13 at the moment. So it's not so bad. We should be closing in on Unholy. I'm still paying attention to see if anyone else has Unholy. I want to go for more long range. I hope this is enough damage for this round. We do have quite a bit of damage when you think about it. So this Shadow Elemental should be doing what? 25% extra damage to this, which is super good. Minus obviously the damage reduction and stuff from armor and all that good stuff, but yeah. It's looking pretty good. We got a pretty good base, guys. I'm really happy about it. Oh, Wolfbite took down. GG's. Man, he tried. He really did. So it's pretty much me versus Epic at the moment. It's pretty much anyone's game, so I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. I really like the fact that this guy's utilizing a lot of different towers. I don't know how effective that is, though. I don't know how effective that is. Usually when I think about it, probably quality over quantity might be the best ratio. Might be the best option in my opinion, but I don't know. Haven't fully tested that thing out. Let's see. Still no unholy. So I feel like I'm going to be the first one to it. It's going to give me a good amount of income as well. For every 100 lumber spent on creeps upgrade, you and round gold increases by 2. So since I'm spending 800, that's 8 times 2, that's 16, which is obviously very freaking good. Obviously, that's, you know, every round I'm going to be getting that extra, which is super good. This guy went for a lot of greed, didn't he? But we could see the value. I have a lot more value than him. So I don't know why that's the case, unless he's saving or he spent so much on peons. It's hard to tell, to be honest. So what round are we dealing with? Light at the moment. So you could probably go for Strength Tower. Let's go for Strength Tower. I think this one might be maxed out at level 5, if I remember correctly. It isn't. Okay. Each attack will increase the damage dealt by 22 for a maximum of 440, and it will reset at the end of each wave. Go for a little bit more range, because the thing is, as you see, it's barely hitting this sign. So I want to make sure that it's hitting here, probably here and here, so it gets as much damage as possible as the game progresses. So I feel like that's probably my best next option, is going for this max out tech upgrade. I go for a little bit more greed, but I'm not any sort of trouble as of yet, right? So I feel like I'm abusing this like OP base. If you guys know any other bases on this map, I challenge you to beat this downtime. I challenge you to beat 41-second downtime. I should probably do like, you know what would be really fun in the future? Is I challenge you guys to do like fun, kind of like fun challenges on Warcraft like these. And if the person that actually comes up with the solution to this problem actually gets a prize. Like it could be a Warcraft 3 or Reforged. It could be like a fun request. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should actually do this in the future. So let me know down in the comments. What do you guys think about this idea? Loop at the end, Vimp? Yeah. Not done yet. So yeah, this is not optimal. This is not optimal yet because I still have a little bit of work to do. I'll explain to you guys exactly what I have to do. Maybe I have to build. There's still a few things I have to build. For example, I have to build there. There's a lot of ways I can make this maze a little bit better, obviously, right? So you could check the downtime next round. What's the damage type? It's medium. Since we have, you know, wolf color maxed out, we shouldn't have a problem. So what's next up? Next up is heavy. So you can see we did pick out Mr. Death Knight, right? Baron Morte. Giving these units a lot of freaking HP regeneration. He might be in trouble because of that. If he doesn't even have... Oh my god, is he dead? Damn, let's go. That was a good game. That was a really good game. But guys, game is not over. We're going to be attempting to finish this map. Might as well just finish the map for the fun of it, right? Yeah, too little normal damage. Yeah. So wolf color best option. Because I do want to make sure that I'm actually utilizing this maze to the best of its ability, right? So now we are going to be upgrading this. And yeah, the thing is, I want to see how much end round gold I could get. I want to see how much range, how much damage I could do. All that good stuff, right? So we still have a few rounds to go through. Let's run it. Not so bad, not so bad. So I figure we might be skipping a few rounds. Let's get to round maybe 30 and see how we perform there. The next few rounds are going to be basic because the thing is, whenever we're not facing any opponents, we are not going to be like under any sort of pressure because they cannot upgrade past this point, right? So I'm going to be, the damage or the units are not going to be any upgraded. So I can literally basically just, you know, do some slight upgrades on my towers and it should be completely fine. Here we're going to be also going for the bonus wave and most likely getting an extra ability on our ag, which is going to be phenomenal since I'm obviously competing against myself, which is interesting, right? Interesting, which kind of sucks that, you know, all of these opponents, I would have loved to have a little bit more competition, but it's so difficult to fight versus this maze because it's just so freaking good. What are you saving so much gold for? That's a good point. That's a very good question. There's no point. We'll use it right now. We'll use it right now. So you can see how much downtime there is in my maze. About like 30 seconds, which is very freaking good. But I can increase it even more. Let's go for it. Alright, so jumping into round number 30. So, we did pretty much finish up our maze. Downtime is looking pretty spicy, closer to 41 seconds. And at the moment, we pretty much use all of our food. So we did try, actually gonna trying out some different towers for the end of it, since, you know, might as well try some different stuff. I'm actually going to be going for the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor is actually pretty good for the single fact that he actually, every time he attacks, he has his like mana bar go up. And he sends out like a big amount of like a big magic burst. So it's like a fort lightning, which is obviously very freaking good. We do have like quite a bit of magic. I don't know if this is probably the best tower to get. But if I remember correctly, getting towers like around, obviously the attack speed is very good. Chaos damage is obviously very strong. I don't know if like the cage is any good. I've tried it a few times. If it's kind of expensive, I don't know if it's really worth it, but you know, for the fun of it, I mean, we could probably go for one. Either that or go for more strength towers. I feel like they're so freaking strong, to be honest. Like, what else would I even go, to be honest? Strength tower level 1 and increase, it does so much freaking damage. Plus, last round is actual like armor, so we could probably just get as many of these as possible, right? So I feel like that wouldn't be too bad. Just because they do so much damage, right? At some point, they do get 900 extra damage on top of the 450, right? How much is that? Isn't that like 1400? It's actually quite a bit of damage when you ask me. Damn. But that's after stacking it, obviously. So let's get our Mr. Witch Doctor maxed out too. We're also getting passive reinforcement. So level 11. What's it called? Okay, so this is level. Oh, increases the number of creeps sent to your opponents by 1. So this is also kind of like a PvP upgrade, but it doesn't really matter. It just gives me more, what's it called? More income, right, per round, which is super good. So yeah, at this point, like, they're not even getting to my, like, third part of my maze. I feel like I'm very comfortable when it comes to this game. Like, this maze is just so freaking strong. There's so much downtime, man. So many wolves. It's like, until they reach the end of my maze, it's gonna take ages, and they're gonna take so much damage. So only three more rounds to go. So I'm curious to see how this one plays out. I mean, we could just go for more income upgrades. There's no reason for me to go peons. Just go for as much damage as possible. Just make sure that we... Oh, actually, no. Let's wait for Witch Doctor, to be honest. Let's see. You can check out the damage check, the anti-block checker. See how much damage we have in total. Should be close to 40 seconds, to be honest. Witch Doctor level 5. Soul Harvest. The Witch Doctor harvests energy from creeps within range. 1 number restored per creep. Okay, energy is released on attack, chain lightning, dealing 300 spell damage. So that seems to be like about 40 seconds, which is super freaking good. Yeah, I don't know about this one, to be honest. I really don't. But I feel like towers that are really worth it probably just get like the ones that do chaos damage, right? So for example, where is it? This one, obviously very freaking good. Dealing I think it hits multiple targets too, dealing chaos damage. I mean, what can you really expect more? Right, it does 100% to all armor types, which is super freaking good, to say the least, right? Strength towers, I'm gonna get a few more of those. I'm just waiting for this upgrade, to be honest. Dude, until I'm getting the upgrades, it takes so much freaking time. I could probably go for Mana Shield just to play it safe. Or should it just be greedy? I'm gonna be greedy and not even go for Mana Shield. I'm gonna argue that it doesn't matter. If they get to my egg, I die anyways, right? So I'm gonna argue that I'm just gonna be getting extra income, and hopefully that helps me, helps me freaking survive, right? We got enough for our Witch Doctor last year. Very nice, very nice. And yeah, looking forward to last few rounds. Let's see, 500 damage, and the spell damage goes to up to 580. Woo, sheesh. Wait, no. It does 1,740, and then it reduces. At the end of each wave, mana reserves set to 50. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know how good it compares to, for example, a Strength Tower is maxed out or a Druid Tower, but, you know, I feel like it definitely competes. For sure. You can see the chain lightning in effect, which is pretty cool. A lot of mischance, which is kind of an issue. especially as the game progresses, like mischance really kind of be afforded because, yeah, they get pretty close to the end of my maze, man. I am kind of getting scared a little bit, to be honest. So, let's see. I feel like round 33 isn't going to be so bad since I do have quite a bit of magic damage, dealing essentially 20% extra damage from these 2 towers. This one does multi-shot, hitting quite a bit of target, quite a bit of, what, how many targets? 5 targets. Yeah, that's so freaking good. Look at the range on this thing, right? Holy, it hits pretty much a whole freaking maze. So freaking good. But still, they're getting pretty far when you think about it, right? They're getting pretty far. So, this unit fires 3 gush. Okay, 3 winds gushed. I don't even know how to pronounce that. And does 53 spell damage. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. I should have legit just stuck with strength towers, I think. Is there anything else I want to try? I mean, I could go Necromancer. I've played that before. I kind of want to go for the Shaman. You know what? Let's go for the Shaman. Let's try the Shaman, actually. So Shaman is a pretty cool tower. Last few rounds. Definitely do want to max out this and probably go for... Let's get the Shaman. Let's get the Shaman. Wait, is this around? No, no, no. This is before last one. We're good. Do have quite a bit of, you know, siege peak with this, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Get this Shaman upgraded. Not only does it do magic damage, which is obviously very good versus next round, but it also can place totems, right? So you can place totems like, let's say over here. Wait. Place a totem right there. Does it work? And then you can put a lightning shield dealing a little bit of damage or AoE, which is very good, right? And you can move him, right? You can move him. So you can be kind of like very proactive in this game, just like placing totems down everywhere pretty much. So you see this being decent. I don't know how much damage. How much? 96 per second. You know? Meh. That's how I feel about that tower. They're still getting pretty far down. That's insane. Still won't be getting as far as, you know. I don't think they would get too far, to be honest. I think this is pretty much the ending point for them. So good luck. Here we go. I can max out. Let's get you maxed out. I don't think he costs too much, doesn't he? Shaman, let's get him upgraded, and this to tier 5. Place a totem, place a lightning shield. Here we go. Lightning shield is placed. Let's place another one over here. Excellent work. And now how much damage am I dealing? It's 200. That's actually pretty good. 300 damage per second. That's actually very strong. And it applies to all of these. So that's why it's super freaking good. But again, I don't think... Maybe it would be applied better if it was like over here, maybe? It's hard to say. So I could remove this one, for example. Remove this one, place it again. Maybe like, I don't know, over here, I guess. So you can see you could be a lot more active when playing this game. Remove this one. Place it down over here. See? So I see the potential of this this tower. Not only does it do like 200 damage over here, it could be doing damage. I could be a lot more active when using this. Easy game, easy life. We get the dub. If you guys like this type of video, throw in a like. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see more Dragon Nest TD in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your support as always. Have a good day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.